My kindergarten son told his teacher his dad cooks every meal, does all the laundry, and never complains. She called me. My son's name is Theo. He is 5 years old. He pronounces spaghetti as pescetti, and I will never correct him. And he apparently has been narrating my entire life to his kindergarten teacher like a tiny documentary filmmaker with no filter and unlimited airtime. I did not know this until Mrs. Alvarado called me on a Tuesday afternoon. When a teacher calls, your stomach drops. That's just biology. I saw the school's number and immediately started running through every possible scenario. Did he bite someone? Did he say a bad word? Did he tell someone their drawing was bad? Because Theo has a brutal honesty streak that I love and fear in equal measure. I answered and she said, Mr. Whitfield, nothing is wrong. I wanted to call you. I hope that's okay. I said it was okay. I sat down. She told me that earlier that day during circle time, she had asked the kids to share something special about their family. Just a little exercise. 5-year-olds talking about their people. Theo apparently stood up, she said, like he had a speech prepared, and said, my dad cooks every meal and does all the laundry and he never complains. Mrs. Alvarado paused on the phone. Then she said, I've been teaching kindergarten for 19 years. Kids usually talk about vacations or pets or a new baby sibling. Your son stood up and said that. I just thought you should know. I didn't say anything for a second. I was standing in the kitchen where I had made Theo's lunch that morning. Turkey and cheese, crust cut off, a little note drawn on the napkin because he can't read yet, but he likes the pictures. The kitchen where I do the dishes every night after he's in bed because something about the quiet of it helps me decompress. The kitchen that has become, in the last 2 years, the place where I have put myself back together one ordinary task at a time. Because here's the part that matters, the part behind the part. Theo's mom, my wife Lorraine, left 22 months ago. Not because of anything dramatic, not one big moment, just she said she hadn't been happy in a long time and she needed to go find out who she was without us. She moved 4 hours away. She calls Theo on Sundays. Sometimes she remembers, sometimes she doesn't, and every Sunday that she doesn't, I sit on the couch with him and watch whatever he wants, and I don't say a single negative word about her because he loves her, and he needs to keep loving her without my damage attached to it. That has been the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. Harder than the laundry, harder than the cooking, harder than any of it. I never complained, not in front of him. I didn't know he was watching so closely. I didn't know he was cataloging it, holding it, turning it into something he wanted to stand up and say out loud in a circle of his 5-year-old peers. I told Mrs. Alvarado, thank you. My voice did something embarrassing near the end of the sentence, and I think she heard it because she was quiet for a kind moment before she said, he talks about you constantly. You're his whole world. I just thought you deserved to hear that. I held it together until I hung up. Then I sat on the kitchen floor. There's something about kitchen floors and hard feelings, I've decided, and I cried in a way I hadn't let myself cry in almost 2 years. The relieved kind. The kind where something you've been carrying gets seen by someone else, and for 1 second you don't have to hold it alone. Theo came home at 3:15 and dropped his backpack and said, Dad, can we have pescetti? I said yes. I always say yes to pescetti. While I cooked, he sat on the counter and talked to me about his day, about every detail, every kid, every small important thing. He didn't mention the speech. He didn't need to. He'd already said everything worth saying.